What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the 1 Solana to 1,000 Solana Challenge. As always, a couple things to go over before we get started. Really just one main one, and that is this trade here. I accidentally took it on the challenge wallet when I intended to take it on a completely separate wallet that I just play around with. Didn't realize I was logged into the challenge wallet, took a trade, lost about 0.3 SOL, just shy of 0.3 SOL, but I refunded it and we are back to the same Solana balance. As you can see, we have 8.13 technically. You can see that down here. I have two active wallets. Hang on. Get rid of that dust. 8.13, just like the tracker says, or 0.813. I wish I was up to 8 SOL. Not quite, not quite. We'll get there soon. But plan for the day. Gonna kind of reassess the strategy a little bit, try to get in and out of trades a lot quicker, obviously with a little bit of size. For today, the stop loss is 0.056. So we're going to go ahead and set all of our quick trades to 0.05 and probably just take a 0.05 trade, hopefully hit the profit goal, which is 0.016, and then get out quick. I've been doing a handful of trades, fair amount of trading on the other wallet, like I said, and hasn't gone super well, but at times I have been able to at least trade consistently break even, having some positive trades and some that just haven't really gone anywhere. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and scan for a little bit, and we will be back once we find something worth buying. All right, guys. Oh, man. Big red candle right away. Jumped into this sterilized coin. Kind of a funny meta. Everything's been kind of centered around genitalia for whatever reason. Quick entry. Let's see if we can cook a little bit, but this might just be a losing trade right away. Down a little bit, but it happens. We'll see if we can find another trade for around 0.03. See if we can run today back up. All right, we got one running a little bit. Scented jumped into this coin, so I kind of just copy traded him really quick. Not a ton of profit yet, but might just jump out of here to have a winning trade. Yeah, we're going to take a little bit of profit right here. A little bit. Yeah, I think we just might have even lost a little bit on fees. I'll have to check the playback back into scanning. All right, another little copy trade. Pepsi already bought in and sold out on this one. Man, strat is not working out. This is what I was doing the other day. Kind of just jumping into the coins they were jumping into. Obviously, today has not been working out super well, so we're going to count, I think it's January 6th, as a loss. I think it was 3 buys and 3 sells. Loss of 0.044, so technically didn't hit the full stop loss, which is kind of the theme. Maybe I raise this up a little bit to like a 0.1, just because we aren't hitting the full stop loss, and I think a little bit more size makes it a little bit safer to trade. But we're going to get back to scanning, see if we can find something worth buying in for January 7th. All right, we're into this Reddit coin. Looks like I may have even gotten a better entry, not quite a better entry, than a pretty popular wallet. We're already up 0.014, 0.01. These charts move so quick, man, you know? Got to get in and out of these things fast, which I did not. See if we can have a little bit of a rebound, at least into profit. Brutal. I've got a little bit of faith in it. No, I don't. Okay. See if we can find another trade. We'll take for 0.04. and then call it a day. All right, jumped into this gym, generated easy money. These crude drawings have been really popular lately, and I think this one's just a total gem. Could be worth holding on to for a second. But I'm going to go ahead and let the chart fast forward a little bit, and then I will be back when we take an exit. Man, this challenge has proven to be pretty hard. Um, it's another losing trade. I'm getting pretty good at least handling the losing trades emotionally. I guess that's a win, but we'll go ahead and count this one as a loss for the day. Can't remember how I copy and pasted that earlier. It doesn't like it when I copy there. But I'm going to go ahead and enter that in on the sheet for January 7th. That'd be 2 buys and 2 sells. And what was it? 7.734. So yeah, especially after 2 trades, only losing 4.5%. I think it would be worth raising the stop loss up to 10% because that gives us a little bit more room to size in, and we'll never lose the full stop loss on a single trade. So that'll be something we assess for the next episode. For today, we're going to keep it at the 7% stop loss, and we have a 0.05 buy for January 8th. I'll be back when I have a coin worth buying. All right, jumped into another one. I feel like this could be super early entry. Could be a terrible trade. Never know until the candles start to form. Looks like we're already up a decent amount, and it's coming back down as always. We'll let this cook for just a little bit and fast forward until we find a good exit. Or a loss for the day. Only down 0.03 on that trade. So in total, we're down 0.23. So I'd like to find another trade. Maybe we just copy this one for 0.03 really quick. Sinton's already out. Let's just do it. Why not? His coins, whenever he takes an entry early, it usually gets some attention. He'll get out quick, and some people will buy after, especially after he's out. And there we're already up 0.006. It's coming back down a little bit. Another re-entry from Sinted could bring it back up. I think we take profits here. And of course, it's back down. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, see if we can find a decent exit. No, I'm not. I'm just going to exit there. Pretty much just a loss on trades, or on fees, but still at least a winning trade. It was green. We'll take it. Let's see if we can find one more trade worth taking. Like this. Bang. Right into it. Especially with a lower market cap, we really only need this to run to like 14, 15K, and that hits the profit goal for the day. Obviously, we need to do that twice to make up for the first loss. But at least it gives us a better chance of finding a runner because it doesn't have to go to the moon for us to hit a 40% gain, or I guess 25% gain on the stop loss, a little more than 25%. This one could end up running, so I'm going to go ahead and let it fast forward a little bit and come back when we find a good exit. Exit was a little bit late there, ended up losing 0.001 SOL. It happens. What are we down on the day? About 0.03. We'll go ahead and try one more 0.03 or buy, see if we can find anything. We'll be back when we do. Back into another super low market cap coin. Got some big wallets in and out quick, or a big wallet in and out quick. Hopefully we can look to do the same. Already a little bit of profit, very, very little, at least enough to cover fees. Bang. Really, I just want to find a lot of little trades like this so I can at least feel like I'm winning trades, even if it does take us a million of these to hit one day's profit goal. They're at least winning trades. It feels good to have one that wins rather than just constantly donating money. But we'll keep scanning, see if we can find another trade worth taking. All right, we jumped into another one. Ooh, I definitely accidentally bought for 0.05. So we'll look to get out of this quick so we don't hit the full stop loss. Got a big wallet in and out early. Always brings a little bit of attention to the coin. And bang! Decent 0.13 or 0.013 profit. Not too bad. That brings us back up to 0.079 or 0.709. Dyslexia is kicking in. Still have a bit of a way to go to even regain back to the opening balance, but at least we're trending in the right direction a little bit. That's definitely a plus. I don't know if that was a misclick or what, but I'm still holding a bunch of this coin. So yeah, let's go ahead and sell that. We're up to 0.72. I guess I clicked sell initials up at the top. Not I wish I would have seen that. Could have gotten a better sell up top, but still profitable trade. There's always green candles right after I sell. Such is life, but a 0.011 gain on the trade. Not too bad. Jumped into another coin. Nikita has been very popular, and popular people's dogs usually run. I don't even know if this is really their dog, but let's give it a shot. See if this can bump up to like 12, 14K market cap. I'm going to go ahead and let it fast forward and be back when we have a good exit. Didn't like that red candle, so I went ahead and sold. 14% win of 0.006. Collect and win in trades. See, I do know what I'm doing, guys. We'll keep scanning and be back with another coin in a bit. All right, we're jumping into this BTC coin. I've never had this low of an entry on Bitcoin, so it may be a fake one, but it could mean profit. A lot of these coins have been running. It's kind of been the meta lately, which I certainly hope the meta shifts from the whales. I don't get why whales are so popular, but I'm going to let this one fast forward, and we'll be back with a really good or really bad exit. Bang. Not a bad exit, 0.011 gain. We are just about back to the opening balance for the day. I think we try to find one more trade, and win or loss, I think I'll call it a day after that one, which would be 3 days of trading. I'm still a little bit behind on the schedule, which I would prefer to be. That way, if I have a just awesome day in the trenches, I can keep trading. But as for now, back to scanning. We'll be back when we find something good. All right. Final trade for the day. Diamond balls, baby. That is running right away. If it takes diamond hands to win in crypto, you know what it takes to win in the trenches. See if we can get this puppy up a little bit. I'm going to let the chart fast forward and be back with a good or bad exit. I would call that a pretty good exit, a 30% win, 0.015. which brings the total balance up to 7.46. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and log that in the sheet. I'm going to have to watch the footage and see how many buys that was for the day. Kind of a crazy day, but that is profit. And like I said, stacking small profitable wins, especially early on in the challenge, could have found a better exit on that, but that's okay. We are at 0.746. Bang, which is a win of 0.012. It's not quite the full stop loss, or not stop loss, but profit goal, but still a 1%, 1.6% win. Way bigger than our last green day. We're starting to get a little bit better. Maybe, hopefully, we can just avoid all of the losses tomorrow. But as always, leave any suggestions you have down below. If you feel like you could help me improve on my trading, I will take any advice. As well, if you want to sign up for Axiom, use code Mustache3. I'll leave the link in the description. It helps support the channel. But that's all I have. See you guys. Peace. All right. Went through and found out that I bought 8 different times and sold 9. Definitely a much bigger, busier day than the last handful. But I wanted to highlight that and then highlight that I'm going to claim my rewards. Like I said, I do trade on Axiom on another wallet, so I will be sure to claim rewards before recording and then claim them at the end. But for today, we got a 0.002 SOL reward, I guess. So that will add that into this here. So even slightly bigger, a 0.19% win. Thanks, Axiom. That's all I have to say for real this time. Peace.